And today, in one campus where the world has gathered, we have resolved to act on them. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sequence 2026 Summit of the Future. And today, as I said, we are also celebrating Vishwa Gujarati Bhasha Divas. So Jai Jai Garvi Gujarat to all of you. We are celebrating today the Sequence 2026, the Summit of the Future, where delegates, diplomats from 15 countries have gathered across 5 different domains. We welcome educators, policymakers, industry giants, entrepreneurs, diplomats, and media. May I invite the dignitaries to please kindly light the ceremonial lamp. Thanks a lot. I request PDU students to offer prayer.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, hello. Hello, check.
Thank you very much for a melodious prayer. May I now request everyone to kindly rise for Vande Mataram.
Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam, Sufalam, Malayaj Sheethalam, Shastra Shamalam, Mataram, Vande Mataram, Shubhra Jyotsna पुलकितयामिनी पुल्लकुसुमिता द्रुमदलशोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरम् कोटि कोटि कंठ कल कल निनाद करावे कोटि कोटि भुजय धृत खल कर वाले केवल माधुरी अबले बाहुबल धारिणी नमामि तारिणी रिपुदल वारिणी मातरं वन्दे मातरम् तुम्हि विद्या तुम्हि धर्म तुम्हि हृदि तुम्हि मर्म त्वं हि प्राणाः शरीरे बाहुते तुम्हि मा शक्ति हृदये तुम्हि मा भक्ति तुम्हारे प्रतिमा गढ़ी मंदिरे मंदिरे वन्दे मातरम् त्वं हि दुर्गा दश प्रहरण धारिणी कमला कमल दल विहारिणी वाणी विद्या दायिनी नमामि त्वां नमामि कमला अमलाम् अतुलाम् सुजलां सुफलां मातरं वन्दे मातरम् श्यामलां सरलां सुस्मितां भूषितां धरणीं धरणीं मातरं वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्
Request everybody to be seated. To welcome the distinguished gatherings and to share the vision behind Sequence 2026, may I now invite Professor S. Sundar Manoharan, Director General, Pandit Deen Dayal Energy University, to deliver the welcome address. Sir.
Good morning to everyone. Namaskar. It is my pleasant duty to welcome each and every one of you to this auspicious function and to this unique gathering. On behalf of the management and on my own behalf, I want to extend a very hearty welcome to our chief guest, Shri Arjunbhai Modwadia Sahab, Honorable Minister for Science and Technology, Government of Gujarat, who is also Minister for Forest and Environment and Climate Change. With Minister, we have a host of leaders, both from India and abroad, and from industry, who are gathered here to this unique Sequence 2026 initiative. We have with us Mrs. Meenakshi Lekhi ma'am, former Minister of External Affairs, and who is also Professor of Practice at the School of Law, PDU. We also have the honor of His Excellency Dr. Moomin Chen, Ambassador of Taiwan to India. Along with him, we have the Director of NSTC Taiwan, Professor Lung Yang. And we are surrounded by a host of industrialists in our midst. Dr. Nagendra Nagaraja, plenary speaker. Mr. Paul Ilangovan from Keynes Semicon. And Sri Vikram Kapoor, Group President of Renew. We also have dignitaries from Ghana, Mozambique, and other nations who are surrounded with us. We have representatives from the US Consulate and from the British Embassy with us. And we also have more than 50 industrialist leaders who are present in this conclave, who will be inspiring us towards the vision of Vikshit Bharat. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very pleased that we also are surrounded by a host of students and faculty members and members of the media who are here to witness the dynamics of Sequence 2026. Sequence 26 is a mission declaration for the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister Vikshit Bharat 2047. New India 2047 and Developed India 2047 are two comprehensive visions laid by our Honorable Prime Minister in order for our future generation to witness Vikshit Bharat 2047. We are here to kickstart this vision. We are here to resolve that the next generation will happily inherit Bharat, new Bharat in 2047. In order to realize this vision of Vikshit Bharat, our Honorable Prime Minister has floated the Naya Bharat vision from the portals of Red Fort almost a year back. Now, this Naya Bharat will be born out of new technologies. And these new technologies are going to undermine the new India by 2047. And ladies and gentlemen, who else can rise up to this occasion other than the academia and the industry who are congregated here? And along with them, we have a host of global partners who are with us, who have vouched to make the Vikshit Bharat vision absolutely realizable. So we are very, very happy that we have such an august gathering in our midst. I want to give a big hand to all those who have responded to our invitation. Strategic levers include digital leapfrogging, global positioning, and policy framework. And this involves bold vision for a brighter future. And that's why Sequence 2026 is born as a response to this glorious vision for Vikshit Bharat. As the leader of this institution, I'm humbled to tell you, during my 40 years of being a teacher, professor, researcher, I have never witnessed a beautiful engagement between government, industry, and academia like what we are witnessing today. This very institution was the brainchild of our Honorable PM. And every time our Honorable PM has envisioned something from the union government, he always expected the academia to be the first one to respond to this vision. Out of his great initiatives have come a major drive for Skill India. And the onus for Skill India does not rest on the industry, but rather on the academia. And I'm very, very happy today that we are honored by the industrialists who have come here to understand the need of the academia and also to handhold with us in this big journey. Out of several engagements that we have had with our state government through the initiatives of our Honorable CM, Honorable Deputy CM, and a host of ministers, this university 2 years back made a pole vaulting initiative of becoming an industry itself. Nowhere in the history of academia that you would have witnessed academia becoming an industry to fill the gap between academia and industry in skilling. And we, for the first time, started manufacturing and producing solar panels, which has now crossed borders, and we are even exporting to other countries. And as we realized the edge for closing this gap between academia and industry, we were humbled by another big MNC company from USA, that is Micron, who came with us in handholding to not only empower our own students, but empower their own employees by bringing the right infrastructure. And this great mission under the leadership of our Honorable Minister here, through the Semiconductor Mission Program, we have launched a ATMP facility which has already trained more than 200 students and Micron employees in the portal of PDU. I can keep on telling these success stories. Today, I'm in a mood of telling stories after stories of how government has catalyzed this vision of Viksit Bharat to happen. I am deeply humbled that in spite of the limitations that we have had, we all have come together. And the 6 tracks that are going to be happening post-lunch will really witness the mind that will be echoed from the industry landscape and the preparedness of the academia that needs to be resolved right today. And I feel that this day we are actually responding to the clarion call for Viksit Bharat. I am deeply honored to have these 3 plenary lecture speakers who will be translating the mind of industry and to challenge all of us here, students, professors, industrialists, and respected vice chancellors who are here from the other institutions to carry this flame. And soon, this flame will become a big mission in the state of Gujarat. We have never witnessed such a partnership from the industry, especially in the field of renewable energy, in the field of semiconductor program. So much of investment has come from both the union government and the state government. And this is the right time for academia to arise, to respond, to accomplish this Skill India initiative. I'm very glad that we are here and the whole day is ours. And at the end of the day, if I want you to take home one message. I want this word sequence be imprinted in your heart. We are talking about the deep and great need that this sequence has laid in front of us. Semiconductor, quantum technology, energy, climate, and environment. We are here to arise as one nation. We are here to arise as one family to make sure this Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam is truly becoming a reality. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you for coming. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thanks a lot, sir. The very famous chaos theory or the butterfly theory implies that a tiny but beautiful butterfly flipping its wings on one side of the ocean can generate the positive tornado on the other side. So that's what we are doing at Pandit Dindayal Energy University, trying to bring this positive change in the society. Thank you very much, Director General, sir, for sharing your vision of connecting, convening, and collaborating for Naya Bharat and Viksit Bharat. We are honored with the presence of Srimati Meenakshi Lekhi ji, the former Minister of State for External Affairs and Culture, Government of India, a voice that has carried India's story to the world. Madam, may we request for your special address?
Respected Honorable Minister Shri Arjun Modwadia ji, our DG Manoharan ji, Ambassador Taiwan, Mr. Moomin Chen, Mr. Paul, and Mr. Leung, our Registrar, Bhavani Singh ji, Professor Bhavani Singh ji, Mr. Vikram Kapoor, Mr. Nagaraja, Anirban ji. I'm sorry, I couldn't catch the two names while I was sitting on the corner. But my colleagues on the dais, my colleagues in the audience, pleasure and honor meeting all of you today. And I would say I'm very, very biased towards this university, not because I work here, but because this is a dream place. And dream place because of multiple reasons. I was speaking to Mr. Chan, for example, and a couple of other people, Mr. Vikram also I was speaking to. And everywhere we all have come from certain academic background. But rarely do we find a person who's so charged up as our DG sir, the Mr. Manoharan ji, who you just have to throw an idea and he'll say, yes, ma'am, it'll be done. And that is something you rarely see people accepting a good idea, because the struggle half the time in our life is to push for a good idea. But most people will be resistant and will say, no, it can't happen. This is the problem, that is the problem. But here is a gentleman who says, yes, ma'am, let's work it immediately. So time is short, whatever it is, invitations need to go. And here he says, yeah, we'll do it. And the second thing is, I'm biased towards Gujarat on two counts. When people say, why do you want to take everything to Gujarat? My answer is because we get things done here. So Modwadia ji, thank you very much. If we say this program needs to happen and we want this done, we want that done, we want logistics, we want this and that, the whole team will come together to put it all together. And that's what every institution needs. That's what every corporation needs. That's what cooperation is all about. And thus my bias towards Gujarat also. My bias towards our Honorable Prime Minister, who actually showcased what India is capable of. You know, we were down in the dumps. If I take you back to the period before 2014, 2010, 8, 9, etc., people like me used to crib so much that what's happening, this is not right, that is not right. We are all such hardworking people. We need to focus on the work in hand. So that focus about work in hand was missing. And I think Prime Minister focused and brought focus to the work and brought focus to all our lives also. Somewhere this university itself is one of the biggest examples, because this university was set up by him when he was the Chief Minister. But he did not make the university under the state. He built this university, helped every way, and made it into an autonomous institution, which was such a fantastic idea because most of the time when the state builds something, they would rather keep it with themselves. But here was a person who said, no, let it be run by an academics, let it be run by industry. State will support, but state will not come in the way of their working, which was, I think, a dream which most institutions continue to have. That they want to run it, the academicians want to run it, but it's just not happening because the governance, regulation, this, that, and most of all, L1 keeps breaking them down because you can't get the best product at the lowest cost. And which is the way governments operate, unfortunately. Now, I am so proud to be associated with this university because when we started off, now we have a school of law. I feel very good. You know, everybody wants to give that gyan. You feel good if you can teach once in a while and be in the company of very, very smart people. Bhavani Singh ji is sitting right next. So these are some very, very smart brains of the country who will always have something to share, something to work for. And our dream is common. The dream is to make India a developed nation by 2047. And no matter what comes in our way, we would circumvent that, we will surpass that, and we will make or contribute at least from whatever we can in a positive way to make that dream happen and to complete that dream. Because this is the dream which our ancestors saw. We have just now, few days back, we are still in the month of August. We've seen 15th August. We've seen 9th of August. We know what happened in Quit India movement. We know how imperialistic powers destroyed this country. We know what India meant. I mean, for more than 2,000 years, India was the lead nation of the world, which controlled more than 32% of GDP, global GDP. And then we were stuck for so many years, even with invasions, everything, 24.4%. Now, with that background, we were reduced to 4.2% in 1947. This is my history. With this history, does it behove us that we allow this to happen? Or we need to take the pride back in ourselves and we need to solve the problems of the day and we need to work for the future of this country. And since Manoharan ji already set the ball rolling by saying Vasudev Kutumbakam, the world is one big family. India contributed to the well-being of not just itself, but to the world. We were not a negative force ever. We were a positive force. And we wish to continue being a positive force. We can only do that once we are stable ourselves, once we are affluent ourselves, once we are knowledgeable ourselves. So knowledge, industrial production, and academia, everybody has to work together. And that's what we see today. And the story which I narrated before 1947 is a story which tells us a message that India must have been an industrial nation. We must have been exporting. We must have been a nation which is full of knowledge because we had some of the best universities in the world when university as a culture and the word did not exist, from Takshashila to Nalanda to Vikramshila to so on and so forth. So this country gave knowledge free of cost to students who just had to have the quality to accept knowledge, and it was all funded by the trader groups at that time. And today we are seeing so many industrialists on board with us. It is led by an industrialist. Even this university is led by one of them. So it just goes to show that economy is as important as the knowledge system. Knowledge can progress only when it gets the funding, it gets the earth. The economy has to support it. And in turn, the knowledge itself will support that economy. So sequence is about what the world is faced with, the problem. Like we can't be left behind because we do not have adequate, or we got lost and we didn't work on semiconductors for such a long time. Our systems got shut. We started in 1970s and we had a factory in Neni, which was shut down subsequently, and we got left behind. And we need to work at semiconductors. We need to work at quantum mechanics and quantum physics, because we know the world is moving towards that, and the calculation, the methodology, everything will change. AI will change. If we don't work at that, we will again get left behind. Energy transitions. Everybody is talking about EV, but where is the EV coming from? Who's going to work at the batteries? Who's going to work at the transmissions? Who's going to control the data? Who's capturing what data? So until and unless we work on energy transitions, the climate change will keep on impeding us. And climate resilience, I mean, you have floods in areas which never saw rains. You have cities by cities getting destroyed. You have cost to human life. You have a small island nations getting destroyed. You have flora, fauna, etc. being impaired. So a balance of energy, a balance of technology, a balance of industrial growth, common well-being, along with environmental degradation needs to be prevented, use of plastic needs to be reduced, plastic management has to be better. And on one side, we have affluent countries which are dumping the plastic and the other waste into countries like India. So that also we need to take a call on, because if we really want India of the future, in 2026, we can't allow industrial or plastic dumping into this land. And I think academics, industry, politicians like Mr. Madhvadia, who are forward-thinking, it makes us all very happy that we can all put in an effort. This is just the beginning. It is not the end. And I know year by year, we are going to make it better and better with your support. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you very much, ma'am. May I please kindly request Professor Ritu Sharma, Dean, Office of International Relations, to kindly felicitate Srimati Meenakshi Lekhi ji. Thank you. We now move to our plenary talks. To open the quantum frontier, may I invite Dr. Nagendra Nagaraja, founder and CEO of QPi AI, a pioneer of India's quantum computing journey. Sir.
For decades, computing has transformed how humanity communicates, designs, discovers, and builds. Yet some of our most consequential challenges remain beyond the reach of even today's most powerful computing systems. From understanding complex molecules and discovering breakthrough materials to optimizing vast industrial networks, designing better medicines, and securing the digital world. Quantum computing promises to unlock new ways of addressing these challenges, and the global race to build this future is already underway. QPi AI's aim to build this next-generation technology began with a simple belief. Advancing intelligence modeling and intelligence compute will require the vertical integration of full-stack quantum computer systems. For QPi AI to build increasingly powerful and globally competitive quantum computers, repeatedly and reliably at scale, the ability to engineer the quantum processor itself is foundational. We are getting ready to take an important step in the direction. Today, we announce the QPi AI Quantum Foundry, a major new capability focused on the design, fabrication, and development of quantum chips in India. the quantum lab, the fabricated processor becomes part of a complete quantum computing system through integration with cryogenics and quantum control systems. And this leads to the next chapter of the QPI AI journey. The QPI AI Quantum Supremacy Center, QSC. Integrating quantum computers, AI, HPC, and real-world applications into one unified environment. The Foundry becomes a critical part of this vision. From designing a qubit, to fabricating a processor, to building a quantum computer, to its full-stack vertical integration into high-performance computing systems, to deploying it against some of humanity's most difficult computational problems. This is the journey QPI AI is on.
Yeah, thank you very much. I would like to thank Professor Manohar Ji. He's a really dynamic person and he's bringing quantum computer to university. So the impact of quantum is it's more impactful than in Gujarat than any other state, because Gujarat is a leader in energy, it's a leader in petroleum, it's a leader in chemicals. Okay, and quantum computing today, has a bigger impact on all these sectors. Okay, and of course, as we are in the right place, and PDU has taken a leadership in entire West. I think this is the first university here to will get a quantum computer very soon. I think we'll announce the MOU here. Okay, and. Yeah, so what we are installing here is 8-qubit quantum computer, which is coming up, and we are also going to upgrade it in future. PDU will have access to a lot of other things. The students can do a research on real quantum computer. You can also learn how to build quantum computers, and also you can access our mission for some advanced research. So in Bangalore, we are forming what we call a QSC. It's a quantum supervised center, which has more than 100 quantum computers on a 10-acre campus. And as a partner, PDU is one. We'll get an access there as well if there is some advanced research proposal. So why quantum computer is important? Next slide, please. Yeah. So next. Yeah, this is a 25-qubit quantum computer. Of course, 64-qubit quantum computer was inaugurated by Honorable PM in Emerging Technology Summit that we have designed. Next. And this is what is coming to PDU. Basically, we have a lab infrastructure, which we are working with Manoharji for last few months to make it happen. And then we identified the lab, and people here travel many times, and my engineers will be closely working to make it happen. And we initially are installing 8-qubit, where students can do the project, we can do the research, and there are a lot of other applications we can do with quantum computer. Next, please. Yeah, some of the what we can do with QVidya is you can, for example, you want to simulate hydrogen molecule. We can do with this, and we can very accurately model hydrogen molecule. And we can also create some noise model. You can learn cryogenics, and you can also learn the software part of the quantum computer very well, because the entire software stack is coming up with this, where you have libraries for machine learning, you have library for optimization, library for materials, library for pharma, which will be available along with this. Next, please. And what are the applications? When we sat here, there was a video on renewable energy and green hydrogen. The quantum computer is a one which is very important for sustainability. Today, humanity knows around 10 power 10 molecules. For our sustainability, which is a dream of the state and even the central government, is that we need to have 10 power 50 molecules. But 10 power 10 molecules, we're just stuck with a lot of compromises in materials, chemicals, and sustainability, and even energy. So to get 10 power 50 molecules, we took 5,000 years for 10 power 10 molecules. We don't have 25,000 years or 50 years. We have to do it by end of this decade, and that's where quantum computer is important. Some of the application is, of course, renewable energy, the green hydrogen, and then we have additives and chemicals, and then the battery chemistry, And of course, carbon capture and oil and gas, which is the leader, state is a leader there. And then we also have the medicine, right? So these are some of the things that we envision coming out of this university. And once we partner with the university, we make sure that there is a lot of research activity happening there. We collaborate with them, and our researchers will also work with you to make sure that we have a meaningful outcome of this entire effort. And that's being said, really thank to all the dignitaries and the college, Minister Sir and Meenakshi Madam. Okay, so we look forward for really great success coming out of this university. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I request Professor Anirudh Sirkar, Director, School of Technology, to kindly felicitate Dr. Nagaraja. Thank you. From quantum to the chips that power our world, may I invite Mr. Paul Ilongwan, the head of the operations, Keynes Semicon, to speak on the semiconductor technology. Sir.
Honorable current minister and former minister and dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, my dear students, very good morning. Very good morning. Thank you. I congratulate whoever the person who coined the word sequence, which address all the 5 important verticals, which is the need of this hour. And I'm thank DG for bringing me here, and I am very honored to be here. Thank you all. Actually, semiconductor technology is a vast area, but the given time to me is just 10 minutes. Within this, I just want to give some brief idea about what is semiconductor, what are the challenges and the process that is involved. How many of you think that electronics or semiconductors new to India? If anybody, can you raise the hand? Good. So you are aware that when ma'am speaks, she mentioned that in 70s we have started. Yes, in 1967 we have started Electronic Council of India Limited. Then later we have started ACL Mohali, but unfortunately something went wrong where it went fire. But even then we re-established the same thing. Then in 1985, you know that a TA who came into India where the design aspect and the need of the semiconductor and design were very popular at that time. And in 1988, there was a company called Spell Semiconductors in Chennai, where I used to work for 21 years. Was the first semiconductor in India on commercial production, where at the time it was a 100% export-oriented unit. But unfortunately, they didn't do proper marketing. That is the saddest part on that. Then in 2012, the previous government formed MSIPS, that is modified incentive schemes kind of thing to promote semiconductor industries. But unfortunately, nothing has happened. And in 2013, we have signed 2 MOUs for establishing the fab in India. That too went not well. But when 2021 ISM was formed, it get accelerated, and you can see that now India has 12 OSATs and fabs. The biggest thing is that out of the 12, 6 in Gujarat. All the 3 units, including Keynes Semicon, which is in Sanand, and 2 fabs in Dholera and 1 in Surat. So the 50% of the semiconductor is in Gujarat. So the students, you are all here where you will benefited and you will have a very good future, not only in Gujarat, but since you are with the PDU. Next slide, please. I just want to start with this slide where what Keynes Semicon is doing. So these are the five segments that we are focusing now. So the start segment A is basic legacy packages, and segment B is in the advanced packages where you can see all the BGAs and flip chip kind of thing. Segment C is MEMS and chip scale packages where we plan to have microphone, MEMS microphone kind of thing. And segment D, we are working on the photonics, co-optics kind of thing, where we are already signed MOU with 2 US customers. Probably we may acquire those customers, companies as well. And segment CE is the modules. So we don't want to produce the IC chips, but we want to give the complete solution to the customers. That's where Kane Semicon. Next, please. So I think since many of the students are here, I just want to ask you what is semiconductor, because that is a buzzword in India now. Everywhere you can see semiconductors. Even on August 15th, when our Prime Minister speaks, he mentioned about semiconductor, and he mentioned that probably another four or five another semiconductors will be in India. So semicon is a buzzword in India. I just want to give you a definition of what is semiconductors. You might have well know that. So it is between the electrical conductivity lies between the conductor and the insulator. You can see the difference here. What is a semiconductor and what are all the materials used? Predominantly, you know that silicon is the major material that is used in semiconductor. However, there are other two materials, silicon carbide and gallium nitride also there, which is mostly on the power packages. Many of you think that semiconductor probably would be an easy process. That is not. Whether it is front line, we call it as a front line, or front end means fab, wafer fab. Wafer fab is completely with a chemical process. I think DG sir, when we discussed last night, he mentioned that he knows all the nuances of that. So fab is a very critical process which needs high investment, and we need a continuous power supply and water supply. That's why India was not landing into that, but fortunately now Tata has done in Dholera. We expect that by 2028 it will be in operation to start with 45 nanometers wafer. Later they will go into 28 nanometers. That is the news that I heard about. Similarly, there are other two fabs. One is the silicon carbide fab exclusively, which will come in Odisha, and another one again in Dholera. So fab, once the fab comes in, obviously we will have a complete ecosystem. You know, the two gentlemen, Taiwan, they are here. 90% of the semiconductor wafers are produced from their country, TSMC. So once India has that capability, perhaps in another 5 to 7 years' time, we will be the leaders in the semiconductor field. And come to the packaging side, again, it involves 13 to 15 different processes. Those are all very unique processes. You cannot link the first process to the second process. Please, the next slide, please. So here I want to give you the value chain of the electronics. You can see, start from the design. Fortunately, India is very matured in the design, you know that. For the 2 decades, we have done a wonderful job in design aspect. Wherever you go across the world, you will find Indians are the key players in the design sector. So when a customer has some idea, for example, Apple, they want to release another mobile with some feature, that idea has to convert into a design. That is the first phase. Then the design goes into a fab, wafer fab, to manufacture the die. That is the second phase, which we call front end. Then we, as a packaging companies, we receive the wafer and we do the packaging, assembly, packaging and testing. Then it goes to the other segment, like the PCB manufacturing, then PCB assembly. So this is the value chain. You can see that PCB manufacturing and PCB assembly, India, we have done a very good job in that. But even then, we are importing the PCB boards from either Taiwan or China or somewhere else. But now the ISM 2.0, which helps to address all these things. I'll give you, in the next slides, I will give you the challenges and how we will focus on that. Next slide, please. See, when we talk about the semiconductor technology, so there are a few technologies I have highlighted here. One is the ceramic, metal, or glass substrates or enclosures. Predominantly, we are using the metal as of now. For some operations, we use ceramic and glass substrate also coming in. In one company which will be established in Odisha, 3G, they are focusing on the glass substrates. Then the second one is the plastic encapsulation, where that is a major technology which is used now. You can see all the thermoset plastic, the black component in any PCB or in any electronics. That is mostly on the leaded packages, or we call it as the legacy packages. Then small form factor, which we call flip chip or BGA kind of thing. Then we will have some polyamide and other materials. So these are some of the major technologies that we have. On the left side, you can see the challenges what we have as of now. ISM 1.2 helps to have 12 companies in India, but that help us to run the production. It is not, because we are having so many challenges you can see. The first one is that no single OEM in India for semiconductor manufacturing. We have to import all the equipments. Not only that, the raw material also, even the consumables. So India is not having that kind of setup as of now. However, as I mentioned, ISM 2.0 is rightly focusing on all these things, where there is a plenty of opportunities for MSMEs to start and address all these things, where India will be self-sufficient on this thing. Then you can see that learning curve, that will be a big challenge, and skill set, that is huge demand as of now. That's why, it is fortunate or unfortunate, all the companies, we are bringing people from abroad, Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore. Previously, I was in a Tata Semiconductors, where we bring people from US also. So that's why what Kaynes is doing, we are collaborating with all the academic institutions and universities, where we want to introduce semiconductor packaging as one of the elective subject, and we help them to set up the lab also. Yesterday, I visited your semiconductor lab. It was fantabulous, I can say, because they have all the equipments, including the bag grinder. Nowhere I can see the bag grinder, which is very expensive one, but here they have the bag grinder, wafer saw, die attach, wire bonder. So any student who walk in, he can very well thorough on the semiconductor subject. In fact, people from Indus University are here. We are already collaborating with them, and we are collaborating with several other universities, and we help them on this, because the focus is that we have to address this skill, not only for Kaynes, but all the other companies. So what we have done, we have bring the students as the interns, and we train them and send them back. Probably after their graduation, we can observe them for us. So this is how we are working. Next slide, please. So these are the opportunities for the students. Here you can see that you have a very good opportunity on the chip design. Though we are matured in that, as I mentioned, still you have, because the technology is keep on changing, where the design is keep on changing, and there are many tools, EDA tools are coming up. Then manufacturing. As an operations guy, I focus on this particular vertical. I need process engineers, I need equipment engineers, production engineers, quality engineers. So not only from electronic background, but I need people for mechanical, mechatronics, and chemical also, because we have a plating line. For that, I need chemical engineer. I need mechanical engineer on the maintenance aspect. I need mechatronics to do the programming, and for the testing also, and electrical. So semiconductor is not only from ENC, but from all the departments, the students can enter into semiconductors. Then test engineering, as I mentioned. Then reliability, which is very key area in semiconductor factory, where India is very lagging on that perspective. But Kaynes, we plan to have a complete setup on the reliability and failure analysis lab, where we will have all the equipments, where anyone can walk in to do the test. In fact, we have a plan to have a honeycomb chain where you can bring a bus into that, where we will be able to test the complete reliability of that parts and it can go out. So that kind of setup we plan. Then other areas, the IP or the R&D, all those things. So this is where the students, you can have so much of opportunities. I sincerely advise all the academic people who are here to focus on not only on the VLSI design, but also on the packaging side also. Next. So just for your information, this is an evaluation of the semiconductor packages. So starting from the left, you can see that is the DIP packages. In the beginning, 1980s, SPEL, we manufactured this DIP packages. But even now, it has a market. Then it is slowly move on to the surface mount devices, SMDs, where you can see the first one is a through hole package, second one is a surface mount, next one is a leadless packages. We call it as a leadless, where QF and DFN packages, then QFP, then BGAs. After that, the evaluation goes in multi-chip modules. So previously it was a single packages, but later it goes into multi-chip module. And you can see a system in packaging where 2 or 3 systems built into one package. Then you can see that 2.5D, these are advanced packages. The last 3, which are all mostly used in AI. You know that AI is growing drastically, and by 2030, AI accelerator chip itself will reach $1 trillion business. So that is the status which, so the semiconductor market in the world is rapidly growing, and in India, we are at the right path because due to the geopolitical, and previously it was China plus many and now China plus one, that one is India. So we are at the right place and the right track where the government initiatives really helped us, not only to the organizations, but to all the surrounding academic institutions and others. In fact, the 2.0 focus on R&D also, where academic institutions can utilize that. And at this time, I should really appreciate the Gujarat government because the GSM team, they are really helped us, whatever the approvals, whenever we approach them, Bharati ma'am and her team, they helped us a lot. And once again, I thank to the Gujarat government and thank to DG and PD University. I wish all the good luck to the students. So whoever wants to know more about semiconductor, you can approach me. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks a lot, sir. I request Professor Rajesh Patel, Director, School of Energy Technology, to kindly felicitate Mr. Ilongwan. Thank you, sir. The famous African proverb says that it takes an entire village to raise a child. Likewise, to build better tomorrow and to build better global community, it requires a global collaborative effort. So for this global partnership, which is the very purpose of this summit, for a special address on global engagement, I now invite His Excellency, Mr. Moomin Chun, Ambassador of Taiwan to India. Sir.
Okay, yeah. Ministers, Excellencies, distinguished guests, professors and the students, good morning. Yeah, I'm from Taiwan. I also a professor. Yeah, I'm a professor of international relations. Yeah. But now I'm a diplomat working in India, and my job is to promote the India-Taiwan cooperation. I've been working in Delhi since 2020. In the past 6 years, the most frequent question I've been asked by my Indian friends is that how come Taiwan be so successful? Yeah, particularly in the IT areas. Yeah. Every of you has a mobile phone, right? Yeah, I believe everyone, and you also use computers. Yeah, even most of you have not been to Taiwan. Yeah, probably you heard of Taiwan, but it doesn't. If you never visit, you don't know what Taiwan look like. Yeah, but okay, Taiwan is an island. Okay, that's the shape. Yeah, and but we make computer chips. Okay, so today when you use a mobile phone to make a video phone call to your friend in USA, or when you use your computer to Google and to ask a very difficult question, and you get answer in just 1 second. It is because of the computer chips working. Yeah, and we make those chips. Yeah. In 1950s, Taiwan's GDP per capita was only $150. But this year, our GDP per capita will reach $45,000. Yeah. And our gross GDP will reach $1 trillion, and making us the 22nd largest economy in the world. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, India is still much bigger than Taiwan. Yeah. It's a big country, yeah. Huge potential. Yeah. But I think that Taiwan is a small island with virtually no natural resource. What we have achieved in the past 6, 7, 8 decades is really remarkable. Yeah. No, but today my purpose is not just to promote Taiwan. What I really want to say is that what we can do. Yeah, I think that a part of the Taiwan's success is we find international partners. First through trade, but later we have investment cooperation. Yeah, next slide. Yeah. Yeah, okay. This is what we're doing now in India. Yeah, you see, India is a huge country. Yeah, the size of India is just the size of Europe. Yeah, so for a small country like Taiwan, when you come to India to invest, you have to be very selective. Yeah, so far we have around 350 companies invest in India, and you will see actually. Almost every area in India you see Taiwanese investments, but of course most of them are still concentrated in the southern states. But Gujarat attract a substantial number of Taiwanese investments. Yeah, and in total, Taiwanese investment in India almost $6 billion. And creating more than 2 lakh of job opportunities over here. And I believe the number will increase. Next slide. These are the major Taiwanese companies invested in here in Gujarat. Yeah, and not all of them are semiconductor. Yeah, some are semiconductor like a PSMC. TSMT, they are semiconductor companies, but there are also other companies like shipping, banking, machineries. Yeah, so what I think that what we are doing in India is quite comprehensive. Yeah, not just focus on one area, but of course that the semiconductor is a very promising and a potential area for development. So I believe that in future that more and more Taiwanese companies will come here to invest. And as to the question that I started from in the beginning of my presentation, why Taiwan successful? Yeah, and of course I say that international cooperation is important. But the second secret that Taiwan is successful is, I think, talent cultivation is also important. Yeah. In Taiwan today, we have 150 universities. And many universities, they invest a lot to the students and also to scientific research. Yeah. And that is why that in Taiwan, we have a huge talent pool for technology developments. Yeah. And in future, I believe that even if we Taiwanese, right now we have about 1 million of college students. If we commit all our college graduate, including about 2 lakhs of students studying in engineering into semiconductor industry in Taiwan. Will not be enough. Yeah. So we need international students. We also need international cooperation. So our government, we do have a number of projects. We find partners in India. We will have an exchange program. We will have a research collaboration. And of course, we also encourage our professors to come here. So since I came yesterday, I had the chance to also see your facilities. Very impressive. Yeah, university and the Gujarat government do invest a lot. Yeah, very good facilities over here on this campus. I'm very, very impressive. Yeah, so I believe that in future PDU will be a very, very good partner to Taiwanese universities. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I want to say, but later I will have my partner, Dr. Yang, also from my office. He will talk more about semiconductor industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. May I request Registrar PDU, Colonel Dr. Rakesh Kumar Srivastava, to felicitate His Excellency. Thank you. We carry forward the global dialogue, and I now request Professor Yang, Director NSTC, to come and deliver his special address. Professor Yang, please.
Dear DG of the PDU, and dear ministers from Gujarat government, and all the distinguished guests, and all the professors and students in the PDU, good morning, namaste. My name is Longjie Yang. I'm the director of the Science Technology Division in TECC, Taipei Economic Culture Center in India, actually the Taiwan Embassy. Yes, just follow my pressenter's address about the the science technology events here. Today I'm very happy to say something words about the possible Indo-Taiwan project, Indo-Taiwan cooperation, maybe in the future, especially with PDU. I think, I think by the leadership of the DG, we hope in the future we have more cooperation, between India and Taiwan. My mission actually here is try to bridge the science technology cooperation between India and Taiwan. So, for example, my counterpart is, your DST, your Department of the Science Technology. I'm also a professor. My passenger is a professor. I'm also a professor. Yeah, but I served for the government for the recent years. Assigned by our National Science Technology Council, similar to your DST. So every year we will call for proposal about the Indo-Taiwan project regarding the science technology, but also with the social science technology, social science humanity also, with the ICSSR. And also we also signed MOU with the CSIR, and even the MOES. So actually there are a lot of cooperation right now undergo. Yeah, so based on this cooperation, actually, every year we are, I roughly about hundreds of professors exchange between India and Taiwan every year. Yeah, because every year we have the DST project. We sponsor about 15 projects, and these 3 years project, and the ICSSR 5 project. So totally 20. So if you accumulate all the professors together for the past two decades, we have 200 projects have we finished or undergoing? And by this kind of cooperation, sponsored by both government, actually, right now in Taiwan, we have more than 3,000 students right now study, PhD program, including master program and the PhD program. And right now, we also have more than 10,000 engineers working in our high tech, our Hsinchu Scientific Park and so on. So, many people know TSMC very good, right, about the chip manufacturer. And many, MediaTek. MediaTek is a very big IC, design house in the world. Inside the company, also a lot of Indian engineers right now working inside. So also your young talent also contribute a lot to our industry. So I believe maybe in the following years, they will return to India and contribute their expertise and experience beneficial to the manufacturer in India in the future. So my argument here is, right now, you have very nice semiconductor mission 2.0 right now in India, and sponsor sell out a lot of new company, especially in the Gujarat. There's many, maybe six companies, in Gujarat right now. So one IC factory and many package factory, and I believe in the future, IC design house maybe also will be set up. So I think the PDU here, you can play a very important role. Try to provide a lot of human resource, and good for the company to hire and to work. But in between, I hope, just we had discussed with the DG yesterday, you have set out a lot of good lab and even factory for training students, training engineers here. It's very, very impressive. Sometimes we cannot do it in Taiwan, very, very huge, very expensive equipment. It's a very, very good, happening here. And, but I also want to, show my suggestion to DG maybe in the future. We discussed about the, we have the Taiwan Semiconductor Research Institute in Taiwan. They provide the fabless, it's a tape-out, IC tape-out. It's not for company, it's for academic. It's for academic. It means the professor or student here, in the future, you can design your case, whatever IC circuits or even MEMS chips, even the MEMS chips, and you can submit to TSRI, and our TSRI can merge all these design cases into one set of mask and send to TSMC, use their most advanced processing capability to make the real chips for you, for testing your idea, verify your idea. It will be very, very beneficial to your academic research here. Of course, in the future, I believe India also will have your ecosystem in semiconductor. In the future, you also can tap out in the future. But right now, why not do it cooperation with Taiwan right now? Yeah, we have this kind of facility and this kind of service. So maybe you can talk about more detail about this kind of cooperation in the future. Not in the future, just the right moment, right? And then I see a lot of young talent people here. You have a lot of young talent people here. So just our ambassador say, in Taiwan, we have such problem of the young people shortage. We still have the young people shortage. Human resource is still very, very important factor about the semiconductor developing in the future. So we hope the Indian young people, will welcome you to come to Taiwan to study whatever semiconductor or even, sequence, right? All kinds of technology regarding, good for you and good to your career and also maybe good to India in the future. Yeah. So if any faculty member or students, you want to exchange to Taiwan, I want to cooperate with Taiwan, please reach us. We were very happy to provide all kinds of useful information to you and a possible counterpart for you to contact with. Yeah, I think in this afternoon, we still have the one track about the semiconductor. I will talk more about the details. Thank you for your attention. Namaste.
Thank you. I request Professor Suryavanshi, Director, School of Management, to felicitate Professor Yang. We move to our third plenary. Mr. Kapoor is the Group President, Communication, Regulatory and New Businesses at Renew. With over 2 decades of professional experience, he joins in the newly created Chief Growth Officer role to help build new businesses such as green hydrogen and carbon markets, as well as international partnerships. He holds an MBA from Indian School of Business and a BTech from IIT Delhi. Mr. Kapoor, please.
Honorable Minister Arjun Bhai Modwadia ji, Meenakshi Lekhi ji, Director General Sir Manoharan ji, His Excellency Dr. Chen, other dignitaries on the stage, dignitaries in the audience, faculty, students, and friends. This is my first visit to the campus, and I must say I'm very impressed. I'm impressed by the infrastructure. I'm impressed by the energy in the corridors. I'm impressed by the model which Meenakshi ji so well explained to me in our car ride to this place between academia, industry, and the government. And, having heard Manoharan ji in the morning, one would assume that why would you expect anything less when the seed of this institution was sown by our very honorable Prime Minister. So I feel very privileged to be invited to speak in front of all of you. I'm going to talk about the whole revolution which is unfurling in our country around renewable energy. And I'm going to cover this topic across 3 or 4 different sections within the 10 minutes which is allocated to me. Let me start with what's happening in India on the renewable energy side. So India, about 5-7 years back, took a very ambitious target. The 2 main elements of that target was that we will have 500 gigawatts of non-fossil capacity in our country by 2030. This target was taken when the entire power generating capacity in the country was sub 200 gigawatts. Entire power generating capacity was sub 200 gigawatts. The second challenge we took was that by 2030, 50% of our generating capacity would be non-fossil based. I'm proud to say, as an Indian and as a person working in our industry, that we met the target of 50% of energy coming from fossil-free energy, but 5 years ahead of the target, a date of 2030. Not only that, we are very well on track to deliver 500 gigawatts of non-fossil capacity by 2030. We are at 300 gigawatts right now. Not only are we scaling technologies, but we are making it also very affordable. 12 years back, a unit of solar power used to cost 18 rupees. Today, that same unit of solar power costs 2.5 rupees. That's an 85 to 90% reduction, which basically means that at scale, technologies become cheaper and more affordable, and they become transformed from being a small experiment to becoming main scale and front and center in an industrial journey. Not only is the renewable energy now, given its scale and efficiency on pricing, driving industrial revolution, but it is also driving, to a certain extent, social change. Another 2 important schemes that the government of India launched were Surya Ghar Yojana, which basically meant rooftop solar took off in a big way in the country. The ambition of the government is that 1 crore households would have rooftop solar. What this does is makes energy very affordable for middle-income, low-income families in our country, where the energy is power is pretty much free because it's highly subsidized through the solar energy panels put up on the top of the roofs. Also, there is another Yojana which was launched by the central government called the Kusum Yojana, which basically meant that all the farmers who use diesel generator, powered pumps to irrigate their fields would transition from diesel generator to solar power, thereby having a positive effect on environment and positive effect on the economics of the farmer as well. So I would say that net, India has made big strides over the last decade in the field of renewable energy. I think it'll be, the next section of my talk, I would call out the role that the state of Gujarat has played in this entire transition. State of Gujarat today houses the largest renewable energy capacity across all states in the country. State of Gujarat has almost 42 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity installed. It has the largest wind operating capacity installed. It also pioneered many innovative models. Way back in 2012, 2013, the Charanka Solar Park was conceptualized, which became the template for large-scale solar park execution across the country. The whole Modhera village experiment, where round-the-clock power is all built through solar plus battery combination. I think those are some of the experiments which Gujarat has led, and that has shown the world and India, not only India, but the world, the way in which renewable energy can play a massive role in multiple different dimensions. The other thing I wanted to talk about, as far as the government of Gujarat and their initiatives is concerned, is promoting. The one key challenge that the renewable energy used to face, maybe about 5 years back, was supply chains. A lot of what we used to install in our country used to be imported from countries which, one could argue that geopolitics, we live in a very complex geopolitical environment in this day and age, and 90 to 95% of our solar modules used to be imported from outside India. That's not a good situation when you are making solar energy or renewable energy front and center as a key economic pillar. So one of the other initiatives which was led by the government, central government, and adopted and accelerated by the government of Gujarat was setting up of module manufacturing facility. 5 years back in the country, we had 20 gigawatts of solar manufacturing facility. 5 years back, we had about 20 gigawatts of solar manufacturing capacity in India every year. That's about what we had. Today, we have 180 gigawatts. In 5 years, the country has expanded its solar manufacturing capacity by 7x. A large part of that capacity expansion has happened in the state of Gujarat as well. Let me shift gears on what we are doing as ReNew. ReNew started about 15 years back, and coincidentally, our first project was a 20 megawatt project in the state of Gujarat, and it was inaugurated by Honorable Prime Minister, who was then Chief Minister of the state, in a place called Jasdan. And from that humble journey of 20 megawatts, we are right now at 20,000 megawatt company. So that's 1,000 times scale up in a relatively short 15-year existence of our company. We have also set up 2 large factories in Dholera, which is being, we have the distinction of being the first corporate to establish a factory, operating factory in Dholera. We have about 2.5 gigawatts of module manufacturing capacity and about 6 gigawatts of module cell manufacturing capacity. We have invested about 20,000 crores so far in the state of Gujarat. And I want to use this platform to also say that we have plans over the next few years to scale this investment to about 80,000 to 1,00,000 crores across multiple topics, including data centers, renewable energy, pump hydro, green hydrogen, and the likes. The last thing I want to say is that this is a message to the students and the faculty out there in the crowd today. I think we live in interesting times. We live in an era of abundant opportunities. We also are lucky to be present in a country which is offering us stable policy making, a very, very vibrant democracy, and a very young workforce. And I think it's an opportunity that all of us in this room, in whatever role we play, must grab. So my 2 asks of the faculty and students is, 1, fundamental research right? So today we have begun to in-house manufacturing capabilities, but some of the primary research is still, we rely upon the world outside to bring to us. So for example, within the battery technologies, I would say that things like sodium ion technologies, which do not rely upon minerals which are not available in our country, which can be truly Atmanirbhar Bharat type of technologies, or electrolysis of water, right? Electrolysis of water to produce green hydrogen. I think that's another technology I would encourage people to work upon. Or the next generation solar PV technology. PV cells are today 23% efficient. So there's a huge scope of improving those efficiencies. Perovskites as a third technology I'll encourage you to participate in. And as students, I would say that there is a big revolution happening in the renewable energy space. I would encourage you to reach out and be part of this revolution. We need engineers, we need business leaders, we need HR professionals, we need MBAs, we need all types of, all hands on deck. With that, let me just conclude by congratulating DG sir yourself to create such a wonderful institution and creating this platform. Thank you so much and wishing you all the very best.
Thank you. I request Professor Bhavani Singh Desai, Dean R&D PDU, to felicitate Mr. Kapoor. We now proceed to the exchange of memoranda of understanding, partnerships that turn this summit's intent into action. I invite Dean Office of International Relations, PDU, Professor Ritu Sharma, to steer the proceedings.
Thank you, sir. We now reach a key moment of today's summit, the exchange of MOUs. We are proud to announce the signing of MOUs between Pandit Deen Dayal Energy University and our esteemed partner institutions. Guided by the spirit of Atmanirbhar Bharat, Viksit Bharat, and Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, PDU reinforces its commitment to nation building through excellence in education, research, innovation, and global partnerships. These collaborations reflect PDU's vision to nurture knowledge, empower future-ready talent, advance research, and promote sustainable development. May I now invite the distinguished representative of PDU and our partner institution to come forward for the formal exchange of MOUs. With great pleasure, let us begin with our first Memorandum of Understanding, PDU and CUPI India. PDU is delighted to announce a strategic partnership with CUPI India Private Limited to establish a 25 crore quantum center of excellence featuring an on-campus 8-qubit superconducting quantum computing facility aligned with India's national quantum mission. This initiative will advance quantum research, skilling, innovation, and industry translation across Western India. Congratulations to both partnering institutions. Thank you, sir. PDU and Space Society of Mechanical Engineers, SSME. PDU is pleased to announce its collaboration with Space Society of Mechanical Engineers for a student-driven CubeSat mission. The MOU will foster technical mentorship, mission guidance, hand-on learning, research, and innovation, empowering PDU students to contribute to future of space technology. Thank you so much, sir. Congratulations to both partnering institutions. PDU PDU and Jember University, Indonesia. PDU is delighted to announce its collaboration with Jember University, Indonesia to strengthen academic and scientific cooperation. This partnership will promote student and faculty mobility, joint research, academic events, knowledge exchange, cultural engagement, and skill development programs. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. PDU and Oizom Instrument Private Limited. PDU is pleased to announce its collaboration with Oizom Instrument Private Limited to advance environmental monitoring, research, and technology development. The partnership will integrate real-time air quality, dust, and weather monitoring with environmental data analytics while promoting joint research. Thank you, sir. May these partnerships flourish into meaningful outcomes, transformative research, and lasting friendship, contributing to a future of excellence, sustainability, and inclusive growth. We are also pleased to share that several other important academic industry engagements are in the pipeline and scheduled for formal exchange over the coming month, further expanding PDU's collaborative ecosystem and global outreach. PDU is pleased to announce a strategic academy-industry collaboration with Reliance Industries Limited to develop an industry-supported BTech in mechanical and electrical for working professionals through flexible digital learning and industry-aligned modules in green energy, smart manufacturing, automation, and emerging technologies. The partnership will nurture future-ready engineering talent for India's evolving industry landscape. PDU and Bajaj Auto Limited for Bajaj Engineering Skill Training Center, BEST, is proudly announcing its collaboration with Bajaj Auto Limited for Bajaj Engineering Skill Training under the Skill India framework, supported by an investment of approximately 40 crores. The partnership will establish the BEST Center at PDU, advancing e-mobility, electronic manufacturing system, automation, Industry 4.0, and interdisciplinary engineering skill for the next generation of industry professionals. PDU is also pleased to announce a strategic academic partnership with NIPER Ahmedabad to strengthen healthcare research innovation and technology translation. The collaboration will advance joint research in antimicrobial resistance, infectious disease, theranostic and biosensor technologies, drug development, medical devices, AI-driven drug design, and translational healthcare while supporting shared infrastructure capacity building and affordable healthcare solution with meaningful societal impact. And PDU is also delighted to announce a research collaboration with ONGC Green Limited on green hydrogen, green ammonia, green capture, carbon capture, utilization, and storage battery energy, and allied green technologies. Aligned with India's National Green Hydrogen Mission, the partnership will advance research, talent, and technology solution supporting India's sustainable and net zero transition. As we conclude the MOU exchange ceremony, let us recognize that these partnerships are enduring commitments to share knowledge, innovation, and collective progress. Guided by the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, Viksit Bharat, and Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, Pandit Deen Dayal Energy University remains ahead of time in fostering impactful national and international collaborations that create opportunities for students, faculty, researchers, industry, and society at large. Congratulations to all the partnering institutions, and thank you for being part of this landmark occasion. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, it is a great moment of pride for Pandit Deendayal Energy University. May I invite the Honorable Minister for Forest and Environment, Climate Change, Science and Technology, Government of Gujarat, Shri Arjunbhai Modwadia ji, for his special address. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Honorable Minister with a thunderous round of applause.
On the occasion of inaugural session of Summit of the Future, Sequence 2026, dignitaries on dais, my colleague in Union Government, Meenakshi Lekhi ji, Dr. Sundar Manoharan, Director General PDU, Mr. Vikram Kapoor, Group President Renew, Professor Lung Jiangyang, Director NSTC Taiwan, His Excellency Dr. Momin Chen, Ambassador of Taiwan to India, Mr. Paul Ilangovan, Head Operation Ken Semiconductor, Dr. Nagendra Nagarajan, Founder and CEO QPI AI, other dignitaries on dais, respected scientists, industry leaders, faculty, and dear students. Pandit Deendayal Energy University has evolved into a multidisciplinary institution driving India's technology priorities. It focuses across space, quantum computer, climate science, semiconductors, and renewable energy research, industry, and national development. The Sequence 2026 cover almost all my ministerial subjects: science and technology, climate change, and forest and environment. So it is a happy moment for us that so many dignitaries from various countries and various states are over here. Friends, earlier Gujarat have performed many sectors, particularly pharma sector, chemical, textile, diamonds, logistics, but we were a little bit behind in sunrise sector, on which we are discussing today. I am very much thankful to our Honorable Prime Minister that when he was a Chief Minister over here, he established Science and Technology Department in 2006, and we progress in this particular subject in last 10 to 15 years in very good space. Earlier, we have very less ecosystem for the sunrise sectors over here. Fortunately, Narendra Modi ji became the Prime Minister, and his USP is to convert challenge in the opportunity. COVID-19 came over here. We were worried regarding health of our citizens. We have no vaccines. And we were thinking that there is no ecosystem to invent the vaccine in a very short span of time. But he taken a challenge. He asked our scientists to invent vaccine, and our scientists did it. Our entrepreneur and industry have manufactured it. We applied vaccine dose twice to 140 crores people. And we even exported it to our friendly countries as a goodwill gesture. Nowadays, India is hub of the vaccine manufacturing. The similar challenge have been facing by the various countries of the world, that is the manufacturing of the semiconductor. One of my friends, I think from the Kane Energy, Mr. Paul, has narrated how we tried in semiconductor manufacturing over here, but we failed. But our Prime Minister decided to have an ecosystem for the semiconductor over here. He established an Indian Semiconductor Mission, and within a very short span of time, now we have cleared 12 investment proposals all over India. Of course, Gujarat have almost zero ecosystem over here. But we even haven't taken a challenge. And you would be very happy to know that out of 12, 6 semiconductor plants are being established over here. Out of 6, 3 have been gone in manufacturing. First is Micron, second is Keynes, and third one is CG Semicon. Fourth is a complete fab. It is going on in Dholera, and within a year, I think, it would go into manufacturing. Now, forward and backward integration of the whole ecosystem are going to be developed. In backward integration, various chemicals, various gases, equipment manufacturings, and in backward, forward, the display units and so many electronics equipments would be manufactured over here. We are trying our best in this sector too. In space, as far as this space technology is concerned, we have yesterday celebrated National Space Day in commemoration of the Chandrayaan-3 Yan landed in Moon in 2023. So in space, only ISRO and Space Application Center was working. It is with the government only. But our Honorable Prime Minister have unbundled the policies. Nowadays, almost 350 startups become operational. Yesterday, I met few entrepreneurs who have started their own startups, and almost 5 companies have expressed their intent to start their business in Gujarat. One of them was Agista Space Technology. We have dedicated Gujarat Space Park near Ahmedabad in Sanand. And one company, Agista, they have already started construction for their manufacturing facility for smaller satellites over here. And till 2047, India would have a 1 trillion economy in the space sector only. Similarly, we have a very good ecosystem for biotechnology field over here. We have a #1 university in India Biotechnology University, Gujarat Biotechnology University, which is in Gift City. We have Gujarat Biotechnology Research Center also, under which we are establishing BSL-4 lab, which is the first in India. Of course, one lab is there in Pune, but it is under the central government PSUs. We have established Indian AI Research Organization with the help of the Indian pharmaceutical industry and government of India over here. As far as the ecosystem in the sunrise sector in Gujarat is enough and attractive policies are there. We have announced hyperscale data center policy before 1 week. And we are expecting almost 8 gigawatt hyperscale data center over here. Within 5 years, India would be a leader in data center, and Gujarat would be a leader in India to have a data center capacity over here. So, after 2014, India is changing, and that's why Gujarat is changing. And as far as the young students which are here, it is a challenge for you. In our generation, we have only one aspiration: to have a government job, settle in comfortably till the retirement, and after retirement, take a backseat in the home. Now, new generation is here. They are not only consumer of the technologies, they are the creator, they are researchers, and they are entrepreneurs. So, you have enough opportunity over here in Gujarat in sunrise sectors. Government of Gujarat under the leadership of Chief Minister Bhupendra Bhai Patel, we are progressing in 360 degrees. So almost all of you are invited to have a base in Gujarat. I am again very thankful to Pandit Deendayal Energy University. Our government have so many projects with Pandit Deendayal University also. And we are making process to have a center of excellence, particularly in the climate action over here. Of course, it is under process, but very soon it would be here. And it would be a #1 center of excellence in the climate action in Pandit Deendayal University. Thank you very much. Bharat Mata ki Jai.
Thank you very much, sir, for this inspiring words and government's unwavering support to PDU and this summit. I request Honorable Director General to kindly felicitate the Honorable Minister. We request the Honorable Minister to launch PDU's new Center of Excellence on Quantum Computing. Can we please direct our attention to the screen?
Quantum technologies are redefining the frontiers of computing, communication, discovery, and strategic innovation. aligned with India's national quantum mission and contributing to the vision of Viksit Bharat 2047. Pandit Deen Dayal Energy University, PDEU, in partnership with QPi AI, is establishing and advancing 8-qubit superconducting quantum computing facility, first of its kind in Western India. This center of excellence will bring together research, innovation, talent, and industry collaboration, creating a platform where quantum science can move from experimentation towards real-world solutions. In drug discovery, quantum computing can simulate complex molecular interactions and support faster screening of potential drug candidates. In energy, it can strengthen smart grid optimization, renewable energy forecasting, weather modeling, and simulation of complex systems. In cybersecurity, quantum technologies such as quantum key distribution can enable highly secure communication and detection of interception during key exchange. And across logistics and finance, quantum computing offers new possibilities for route optimization, financial modeling, portfolio optimization, and risk analysis. From Gujarat to India, the center will help build the quantum capabilities, talent, and partnerships for the technologies of tomorrow.
May I kindly request the dignitaries to come forward for the group photograph, please? I invite Professor Anirudh Sirkar, Director, School of Technology, to perform vote of thanks.
On behalf of Pandit Deen Dayal Petroleum Energy University, I thank Mr. Arjun Modwadia ji, who has declared about the climate department initiative along with Pandit Deen Dayal Energy University for the Climate Center in PDU. I also thank Meenakshi ma'am for gracing the occasion, who has helped us in tremendous way for our growth. I also thank the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais for their presence. It will be worth mentioning that Sequence is the brainchild of our Director General, and I am thankful to him and the leaders who toiled very hard day and night to make it happen. A big round of applause for them. Also, I should mention about our sponsors who have been mentioned here, who has helped this sequence to fructify, and all the students, faculties who has helped in teaching this program, which was month-long in conceptualizing and making it happen today. We thank also the amenities team, the IT, and all the committee members who have participated and made it possible. The sequence program doesn't end here. After the lunch, we have 6 tracks, and I invite you all to be part of the track, and the white papers which will be created will be shared with the government. Thank you very much.
I request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गङ्गा विन्ध्य हिमाचल यमुना गङ्गा उच्चल जलधितरङ्गा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you. This concludes the inaugural session of Sequence 2026. We thank you all and we reconvene for different tracks. Have a wonderful summit.